The Golden State Warriors are back, and this time they've got their eyes locked on another ring. The Golden State Warriors just pulled off a massive Game 3 victory against the Houston Rockets to take a commanding 2-1 lead. No Jimmy Butler seemed like a problem for the Warriors, but a heroic performance from Stephen Curry was enough for them to secure the victory. And I'm here to tell you all about why this team is built to win it all this year. From Stephen Curry's leadership to an excellent chemistry with Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green, to some superb tactics, this ain't your regular Golden State Warriors. This is a team of old heads that wants to prove the young guys that they know how to get things done. So, let's break it down. Let's start with the engine, the heart and soul of the Warriors, Stephen Curry. And in Game 1 of the playoffs against the Rockets, he dropped 29 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and was absolutely surgical down the stretch. But it's not just about the numbers. What makes Curry special is how he warps defenders. Houston tried trapping high, he found Draymond on the short roll. They went under on screens, he made them pay from 30 feet. And when they stayed home on shooters, Curry just danced into the paint with that smooth handle and floated it over Şengün like it was a layup line. This year we're seeing a more disciplined version of Stephen Curry. He's picking his spots, trusting the system, and most importantly, trusting his teammates. For the first time in years, Stephen Curry's Batman has found his Robin, which brings us to Jimmy Butler. While many were skeptical of Golden State giving the 35-year-old another 2-year contract, Jimmy has already proven all of them wrong. Ever since arriving in Golden State, Butler transformed his team into a playoff nightmare. Defensively, he's their perimeter anchor. In Game 1, Jimmy held Jalen Green and Fred VanVleet to a combined 11 of 34 in shooting. He's calling out switches, setting the tone physically, and giving the Warriors something they've lacked since Iggy left. A real wing stopper. Offensively, he fits like a glove. The Warriors aren't asking him to be Miami Jimmy. He's running point in bench units, posting mismatches, and, get this, shooting 38% from 3 since the trade. Steve Kerr has also often talked about Jimmy's importance in bringing this team to the free throw line, as before the trade the Warriors had a very difficult time getting to the line, while now they're ranked 3rd in overall free throws made. He brings that dog mentality that this team desperately needed, because when it gets tough, Jimmy doesn't flinch. Jimmy takes the basketball in his hands and says, "I'm gonna score now." And when he's on the floor with Steph and Draymond, they've got a net rating of plus 14.6 per 100 possessions. That's elite. So we now can clearly see why Butler calls himself the Robin to Curry's Batman. Because he's doing everything he can to make the chef's life much easier. So let's talk tactics, because Steve Kerr is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. They still run their motion-heavy offense with the off-ball cuts and screens, but with Jimmy now in the mix, they've added more matchup hunting. Need a bucket? Give it to Jimmy on the elbow versus a small. Want to bend the defense? Run split action with Curry and Hield, and then flow into high pick and roll. Draymond Green here is the brain of this whole operation. He had 9 assists in Game 1, and more importantly, was the guy making decisions in the middle of the game. When teams blitz Curry, Draymond Green becomes a 4-on-3 maestro, and especially with Jimmy Butler, who is a threat in the cutting area, this team almost becomes unfair. As of right now, they've thrown in more 1-3-1 zones, triangle and 2 looks, and switch everything schemes than ever before. With Jimmy, Moody, and Gary Payton II, they've got the pieces to throw at any wing-heavy lineup. And yes, that means LeBron and the Lakers too. Their Game 1 against the Houston Rockets was more than just a matchup, more than just a win. It was a statement, as they stole a win on the road. The Warriors beat the Rockets 95-85, but what really mattered was how they did it. They held Houston to just 16 points in the 4th quarter. That's elite playoff defense. Curry, Draymond, and Jimmy combined for a total of 6 steals, and they completely shut down the ball movement the Rockets had. They controlled the tempo of the game, they executed their plays perfectly late, and they looked like veterans who have been here before and are willing to go all the way this year. Which is also something Jimmy Butler has just said in an interview, so right now not only Draymond Green has called the Warriors to be the NBA champions 2025, But Jimmy Butler has called that too. Assuming that Adam Silver's script comes true, we will see a war in the semifinals of the playoffs. And while the Warriors have fallen short to the Lakers before, this year is gonna be different because they have playoff Jimmy. And assuming they get through the Lakers, they have to face the OKC Thunder and then either the Celtics or the Cleveland Cavaliers in the finals. So I'm not saying the road is gonna be any easier than before. I'm just saying that this team has the hunger, the desire, and the championship mentality that it needs to win a title. And maybe most important of all, this year, they have belief. So when people ask who's gonna win it all this year, there can be only one answer. It's the Golden State Warriors. But let me know in the comments, how far do you think will the Warriors come this year? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash the notification button to not miss further amazing videos and other cool content.